That's the plan. We have a plan, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we have a plan. I love it when a plan comes together. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moms and dads, children of all ages. Welcome to a holiday edition of Living on a Thin Line with Tony Vicich. I am Tony Vicich. We come to you 6 days a week at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We are your daily distraction, all the anger, anxiety, weirdness, and hoopla in the world today. We come to you in 3 platforms. Uno, dos, tres, not cuatro, cinco. No. We come to you on ComedySchoolsRadioNetwork.com. We come to you on YouTube on the Comedy Schools channel, and we come to you on Facebook Live. Oftentimes, I'm joined here in the room by my producer, happens to be my wife, Shirley Lowe Vicich, grandson Sullivan, dog Roscoe, dog Chica, cat Ray, and now guest dog Frida. So it's a full house. But right now, I am alone. Everybody's off busy doing Christmas stuff. But to me, I can't think of a better way to spend the Christmas holidays than sharing time with you here. I want to thank each and every one of you who have been with us since March. I want to thank Jim Lacey, songwriter, now residing in Tejas, Texas, who was the one who encouraged me to do a daily show. And I want to thank you for all the fun that we've had doing this. I have gone back over some of the podcasts over the months and just saw the amazing evolution, not only about what we talked about and how we talked about it and what the show was about and what was going on in the country at the time. And it's become, for me, quite a personal document. So without Jim recommending it or my wife setting it up so that it could function the way it is, or the group of you that regularly tune in and watch, which also gave me encouragement, I wouldn't have this document of this most unusual time in my and your lives. Most unusual of time. Hey, I just want to mention to you that I will be at JP's Comedy Club, jpscomedyclub.com, 830 East Warner Road, Gilbert, Arizona. New Year's Eve, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, with our New Year's Eve extravaganza down there, which will culminate in a North American time zone, a North American countdown into 2021. So I hope that you'll join us for that. It's going to be a great show. It'll be me doing stand-up, okay, along with Jim Perry and a host of others. So if you don't feel like going out, or if you live out of state, then here's a great way for you to be able to see a great stand-up show for right from the privacy. So they say in England, the privacy of your own home. You ever heard that? You ever heard like a British person go, well, you're going to need a little privacy. Hello, Solomon Diaz. How are you, buddy? Hello. There's some other people that have joined us. Shale Brenner, two very funny comics. But you ever heard a British person go, well, I'm going to require a little privacy. And you go, what is privacy? They go, I'm sorry, if you don't speak the Queen's English. Go, I don't, nothing against, I like RuPaul, but I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I just need to be alone. Oh, privacy. Some privacy. So here's the question. Do you think that the British said privacy, but once we all started saying privacy, they decided to be snooty about it and call it privacy? And I don't really be making fun of the British. My goodness, this island England is certainly going through some of the roughest stuff in its history. This whole Brexit thing that England involved themselves with, I thought it was watching someone literally punch themselves in the face. Well, we want to be sovereign. We want to be sovereign. We won't be an island unto our own. It was like they let the soccer hooligans, the guys who get real drunk and beat each other up at soccer games, actually choose the destiny of the country. Solomon Diaz says in the British voice, still alive, good sir. Hello, David Sanchez. What's popping? I'm popping and I'm rocking. But we watched Britain go through this Brexit nightmare which will do nothing more than damage the British economy. You know, I mean, if you would go some sort of Rousseau, I can't pronounce it, some sort of Rousseau-like, well, he died, but he died free. Well, this is not dying free. This is dying stupid. We watched him go through that, probably electing one of the most foolish men to run a country this side of Donald Trump, Boris Johnson, who handled Brexit badly, has handled the coronavirus badly, and now they seem to be the home of a more contagious spread, which is causing them to be totally locked off from the rest of the planet. David Sanchez says, those Boris Johnson supporters are exactly the same as Trump supporters. Exactly. I'll tell you what I think. You were brain damaged, sir. You're brain damaged. So maybe I shouldn't be making fun of the British at this time. There are people who countries are not delivering goods to England now. What you may, you quote, bring me porridge. I need me porridge. And so I said, but we will not be bringing you porridge. The French have spoken. So weird time, man. You talk about coming together. We've elected a new president, yet the current president seems hell-bent for leather to cause just mischief. It's like we elected Loki, the god of mischief, as president. It's too bad Trump has a mustache. You can see him twirling. I ain't gonna pardon a bunch of people and piss people off. You know, but we got a new president coming in who is going to be able to set the ship of state sailing straight again. Now, how far we'll be able to go in 4 years sailing straight, I don't know, but we'll see. We have a vaccine. We have 2 vaccines, and yet we also see some of the highest spikes in infection. Highest. David Sanchez says, Trump with a mustache. He barely has hair on his head. Some of the highest rates of infection in the history of the pandemic. It truly is the best of times. It is the worst of times. I'll tell you what I've been having fun doing. Tonight at 6 p.m. online, I get the opportunity of giving the great gift of being able to share my workshop with my advanced class students in class 1 of the stand-up comedy workshop. So we'll be online starting 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Last night, I met with those who were live and in person in a social distance setting, and we began to kick that off too. So it's people say, are you going to do the workshop over the holidays? Originally, we were not, way back in January, and mainly because we were in a different facility, it was going to be closed. But we are continuing the workshop through the holidays. What we discovered at JP's, because JP's, we are closed for Christmas week. JP's Comedy Club, jpscomedyclub.com. We're closed for Christmas week. And we've had a plethora of people writing, going, will there be an open mic night on Christmas Eve? Now, keep in mind, that might sound silly, but I remember when I started out in comedy and I was just getting spots at the Melrose Improv, I would get them on Christmas Eve or Christmas night. They would be open, or the day, or January 1st. I get those dates. I wasn't getting, New Year's Eve. But it stands to reason that people are asking, but we're not. But we are continuing the workshop. So next Monday will be the free audit for the beginning workshop. Next Tuesday will be class 2 of the live in-person class. Class 1 tonight, online of the advanced class. If you're interested, write me at comedyschools@hotmail.com, comedyschools@hotmail.com, or go to the website and simply click the pay link, and we'll have you into the room. And we're going to teach you how to do stand-up comedy with 2 great shows at the end of January, 1 online and 1 in person. So, what have I got for y'all today? Hello, Cricket Gill. I see you there. Hello, Tina and Mike. Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy Hanukkah. Great feast of Ramadan. I don't know how you say that. Happy New Year. All of that. We have something. The YouTubers are seeing it. The YouTubers can see what I got here in my hand. This show is built around 3 things, and it's your questions and comments right here on Facebook Live, YouTube Comedy Schools, and ComedySchoolsRadioNetwork.com. It's built around that. Enough time we can find some knick-knack or doodad or oddity that we share with you. Travis Miner says Skittles and pizzas. Travis is trying to revive for this particular show the raging controversy we have about friends of ours who put salt on their pizza. And those that put salt on their pizza know who they are. And then we recommend one artist, one piece of music off our vast vinyl CD collection. But I got something for you.
And a joke.
And a joke. Yes, and we tell a joke. All right, I got something for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Got something for you very cool. By the way, those of you on Facebook can't see, but those of you on YouTube can. You can see that my tripod broke. That holds up the device that I broadcast the show on, my tripod, and I got it stacked up on boxes. So it's if you don't believe I'm from Missouri, look at my YouTube. If you don't believe I'm not from Hell Springs, Missouri. But the cool thing about people from Hell Springs, Missouri is we know how to make something out of nothing. So normally if someone's tripod broke, they go, oh God, we can't do it. But we just took a bunch of boxes and raised it up there. Here's what we got for you, ladies and gentlemen. Our latest rescued bobblehead.
Not rescued.
Rescued.
Nope.
This bobblehead was rescued.
Nope.
That's what we do here.
Nope.
Well, I'm having an argument with my grandson Sullivan. What do you mean, nope?
I mean, you collect them.
I do not collect bobbleheads.
Yes, you do.
Let me be clear on this. Let me speak. Okay. I rescue bobbleheads.
Nope.
I have my own charitable organization. It doesn't have a bank account or any legal foundation or anything, but we're working on all that. Bobblehead Rescue, where we go and we find abused and abandoned bobbleheads and bring them here and give them a home where they can be loved. That's what we do.
Let me guess, you're gonna do money.
No, there's no money.
There's gonna be money very soon. They're gonna be saving money.
So, here's the thing.
$1 bills, $5 bills.
I might save money.
20.
There we go. All right, so look at this bobblehead. It's a guy wearing a black shirt with a fanny pack. I want everybody to take a close look at this guy. Everybody see him?
We're not telling the name because we don't know who he is.
This bobblehead has no name on it. And now you talk about rescue. Here he is, an abandoned, nameless bobblehead, a nondescript looking everyman.
Yeah, like
But here's what Sullivan says. He says, it could be me. Is this me? Or is this me? So here is the official Tony Vicich bobblehead. There's only 3 of them in existence in the entire world. 3. You can see he's got the name on there, Tony Vicich. There it is, got the goatee, the grayish hair pulled back. Doesn't have the ponytail. We're going to put that on later. It's got the microphone, black T-shirt. That's the Tony Vicich bobblehead.
He needs earphones.
But in another lifetime, where maybe he never went into the stand-up comedy business and just became, I don't know, an insurance salesman or somebody who was a professional monkey wrench holder. Would this have been Tony Vicich? The man with the fanny pack. This is the bobblehead with no name. Wee wee. Wah wah wah.
And not to be rude, but he has 3 chins.
He has 3 chins. Are you? Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. Okay, look at this. He's a 3-chin bobblehead. This is the Clint Eastwood, the bobblehead with no name. Go ahead. Do you feel lucky?
What if we name him Bob?
Well,
he looks like a Bob to me.
Now, Sullivan says we should name this particular bobblehead Bob. Bob the bobblehead. I'll take suggestions from the audience. Should it be Bob the bobblehead? I also want to know, do you think it looks like maybe like a cousin or a brother or something? These 2 guys, hey, how's it going? Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? So you went into stand-up comedy business. Oh, yeah, I went into that. Well, how the hell did that work out for you? Well, it went okay for a few years, and then it kind of fell off. Well, you know what I've been doing out here is I got my own welding company.
I know.
And then there's Mo. So you can have lots of fun with bobbleheads. Let's see. I'm getting some stuff here. Kids got you figured out, said Travis Miner. Tony said, if you ever became an engineering supervisor, that's right. That guy looks like that. Solomon Diaz says, no name and looks like his name would be Bob or Dick. So someone agrees with you. Solomon Diaz Jr. agrees with you that would be Bob. David Sanchez says that he looks like John Goodman. Ooh. David Sanchez says you sound like you're collecting my exes. Travis Miner says you lose. Solomon Diaz says, and bobblehead rescue and cats. That's true. That's true. We rescued a cat. We got an extra dog here now, too.
Yeah.
Okay. There are now 1, 2, 4 dogs and 1 cat in this house. 4 dogs. One grandson.
3 dogs.
Three dogs.
You're thinking of the other dog that you brought to this other place.
Yeah, 3 dogs. That's right. Yeah, that's
but
right.
You used to have 4.
Yeah, so now it's 4. Yeah, so there's 4 animals here. Okay, hold on. We got something going on here with the comments. Travis Miner said that this bobblehead looks like he had too much salt on his pizza. Could this be? No, this could not be the Jim Perry bobblehead.
No.
Could this be?
No.
This is not.
No.
Someone needs to tell Jim that we're wondering if this is the Jim Perry bobblehead. As clearly, this is the Tony Vicich bobblehead. Is this the Jim Perry bobblehead?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure.
Right now, the votes for names.
Is he a handyman?
He could be a handyman. Hank, Phil, Bob, Dick. We got 2 votes for Bob. Shelly Austin has just put up a cat meme. I think she's saying approval of cats. Ray the Wonder Cat, who's doing just fine. This little cat.
We don't know where he's at.
Waits for me to come home. And will not leave my side till I come to bed. And what are you going to do? You know, that's just the coolest thing in the world. It's the coolest thing in the world. All these animals somehow think I'm their father. I am not. I'm not genetically made up. Okay, hey, I told you guys about the New Year's Eve show. I'm going to post the link right above this show not too long after we end this show. I'm going to do that. Then also that we still got the comedy workshop going. Class 1 live in person last night. Class 1 live online tonight. Classes 2 next Tuesday and Wednesday of the advanced class. Next Monday, free audit of our beginning class. Go to comedyschools.com to find out about all of these. Or if you're late registering, get registered now. If you were planning on being in the live in the room class and missed last night, you can join us tonight online, okay? And or we can find another way for you to make it up, and you begin next week with class 2. A lot of fun stuff going on. I got a brand new bobblehead, so you know I'm happy. I got a brand new comic book, but I think I left it downstairs, so I can't really talk to you about it. It would have been pretty cool though. So I'm looking here right now for some.
Tell someone to grab it.
I don't want to yell at people here. Well, I don't want to yell at you guys. Salty Phil. Solomon Diaz says next you'll be rescuing guys that like salt on their pizza. You know what? I kind of feel like I've already done that. I've already done that job. Let's reach down here. Let's just do a grab bag of music and see what we come up with. And here is the CD that we're working from today, and it's 60s rock. This is called 60s rock. Did I buy a lot of things like this? Yes, I did at one time when we were buying CDs, and you wanted to kind of rebuild the console. You know, have like your own radio show where you're listening to some of your best and favorite songs, the best stuff. Here's what's on 60s rock. Now, I don't know who put these out. I never looked into it too deeply. If these were just bootlegs. It doesn't even have the name of the company, where they came from. But, you pick these up at truck stops or sometimes at grocery stores. And this had a good compilation of great 1960s music on here.
There wasn't one down.
Some of my all-time favorite of all time. And this was put out in 1987 by Priority Records on Sunset Boulevard. This was probably a way to rip off artists about this CD. Okay, or it was where they already had the publication, the record company, and just decided to make a quick buck. But here was it on here. It's a plethora of some of the greatest music of the 60s. Summer in the City by Levin Spoonful, Magic Carpet Ride by Steppenwolf, Pushing Too Hard, The Seed, Psychotic Reaction, Count 5, Dirty Water, Standells, The Letter by A Box Stop, Feeling All Right, Joe Cocker, Hot and Nasty by Humble Pie, We Ain't Got Nothing Yet by Blues Magoos, Venus by Shocking Blue, Summertime Blues, Blue Cheer, Time Won't Let Me, The Outsiders, Eli's Coming, Three Dog Night, and I'm Not Your Stepping Stone by the Monkees. Now, here's what's interesting about this CD. The great majority of the song, electronic technical wizardry to create something completely new that really was some of the things that helped define the sound of the 60s. The way Magic Carpet Ride opens which with that just that weird, where it almost goes into like an engine starting. Pushing Too Hard had a great psychedelic sound. Psychotic Reaction had that sort of tinny, choppy psychedelic sound. The Letter by the Box Tops had that incredible guitar solo in it that made it really stand out. Same thing, We Ain't Got Nothing Yet by the Blues Magoos. The keyboard on it was almost, I believe, an electronic harpsichord. Sounded completely 60s. And Summertime Blues by Blue Cheer was one of the most powerful, strangest, trippiest versions of a 1950s rock song you ever heard. Time Won't Let Me, beautiful song by the Outsiders. Eli's Coming, penned by the eternal Laura Nyro, which was a huge hit for Three Dog Night. And of course, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone by the Monkees. The song I'm going to pick to recommend to you guys, it wasn't a big hit at the time, but it got played a lot on the FM station where I grew up. And I fell madly in love with it. And it was in the late 60s. A three-man group out of San Francisco called Blue Cheer. That the first time I heard the term wall of sound, I saw Blue Cheer on American Bandstand when Dick Clark was like putting on these really strange rock, not so much dance groups, but putting on what was happening then. Dick Clark was always had his finger to the wind of what was really going on. And Blue Cheer appeared on American Bandstand. Blue Cheer had hair almost down to their waist, all three of them. They let it all hang in their face. And there was a guitarist, a bass player, and a drummer. The drummer, like so many 60s drummer, played like he was trying to beat his way out of hell. And they took the Eddie Cochran classic, which most of you, if you're my age, know from the Who's version of it, which when I heard it went, that's not nearly as good as Blue Cheer's, and did their version of it. So we're going to recommend Summertime Blues by Blue Cheer today. All right? In it, you hear threads of grunge. In it, you still hear the rock and roll of the 50s. In it, you hear some of the vocalization that you later heard in. You hear heavy metal in this song, the way they play this. You hear grunge. You hear that deep sort of bass, but not even really bass singing, that yelling singing that later on was really epitomized by a lot of the heavy metal bands, and like what James Hetfield did with Metallica. It's a fun song with a fun break in it that sounds one of those things going, how long can this go on? Just one of the great psychedelic songs of the 60s by a band. Later on, they put out an album that I think was a little more popular than this. There was a song called Fruit and Iceberg that was a bass-driven tune that I liked very much. But then they totally fell off the face of the earth. I hope that they all did well and whatever else they did. Listen to that. Here we go. Here we go. Shelly Austin says, yes, Blue Cheer. Somebody out there who remembers them the way I do. For those of you who don't remember Blue Cheer, check out Summertime Blues. Then listen to Eddie Cochran's version. And then listen to the Who's version. Okay? And that is the beauty of rock and roll, by the way, and good rock musicians. They can take any song and do incredible things with them where you go, yeah, that is the same song, but completely different. That's what Blue Cheer did with Eddie Cochran's hit. And I was a huge Eddie Cochran fan once I discovered him long after he was gone. He was a man who rivaled Elvis at one time, and his song 20 Flight Rock has always been a favorite of mine. But All Summertime Blues is one of his biggest hits. As a matter of fact, I think in the 1950s movie, The Girl Can't Help It, a scene where a family is watching some of the new, young, wild singers coming to us now on like a variety show when it was all, Elvis Presley types. And it's Eddie Cochran singing Summertime Blues. So anyway, that's the song we're recommending today, Blue Cheer. We do have a new bobblehead. We're trying to figure out what the name of my grandson says, Bob. This is the first bobblehead with a fanny pack. I'm showing you the actual fanny pack. All right, there he is right there. It's a real fanny pack on a real bobblehead. Right there. Okay. Some people say he looks like me. Some people say he looks like Jim Perry. Some people, you cannot say that he looks like me, though. That's me. See?
Maybe in
That's not
20
me.
years.
It's not me. Huh?
What about in 20 years?
In 20 years, yeah, this is me in 20 years. I will be cremated and my bones will be turned into bobbleheads. This is the bobblehead with no name. This is the bobblehead with no name, and we're trying to find him a name. And right now, with the most votes, are Bob. Bob the bobblehead. All right, I'm going to be back tomorrow. I am with another thrilling edition of Living on a Thin Line, where we talk all things important in the world today. Bobbleheads, 1960s rock, dogs and cats lying together, and all sorts of fun. Be nice to yourself and be nice to a stranger, but not in the way most of you think when I say that. All right, you've been watching Living on a Thin Line with Tony Vicich. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
I think she wants to try to print that.
I can't hear you. She
She's
could
gonna-
get a print?